I found a little bit of a deep hole here. I'm just jigging the jig off the bottom. Fish. Doesn't feel huge. That is a speckled sea trout. And they gotta be 15 inches to keep. They got teeth a little meaner than the ones you'd find in a river in Michigan, but just need one a little bigger. Cool. All right, well, at least I know something about what I was doing didn't suck, and that is something.
I bounced around the area, mostly using live shrimp as bait. I did pick up a few small catfish and another small speckled trout. I decided to head deep into the 10,000 Islands and really focus on mangroves.
There's current going through right here, and a lot of times it'll just take bait fish down, so also shrimp and things, and they'll hide underneath the plant life and just come out and grab and try and duck back in. So I'm just kind of jigging right along here. That's one right there. That one definitely feels like it's gonna go 10. All right, and he swallowed it. I mean, these fish are so aggressive in comparison to freshwater. It's like, this would be like the bluegill of freshwater. It's not enough for a meal, but it's a good start.
That fish is called a mangrove snapper, and they're known to be great eating. I ended up catching 2, which would serve as the perfect amount for lunch. I found another beach to set up a little picnic. I got the fish all cleaned up and ready for some oil.
I will say that I think me starting a fire is way easier than it was for the Native Americans, because I doubt they had butane torches. Wow, so good. While the Native Americans probably didn't have oil and cast iron skillets to cook in like this, I'd like to know how they kept sand off of everything, because it's something I haven't figured out yet, but what a journey.
After I finished with lunch, I went out for one last ride, with the hopes I might catch dinner too. And that's when I stumbled upon something really remarkable. I was not around 500 years ago to be sure, but I believe this is a fish trap made by the Calusa Native Americans. This giant circle of shell sticks up out of the water and has a single opening. As the tide would rise, they would cast seashells that look like bait fish into the opening, so bigger fish would swim into the trap. Then once the tides receded, they would put a blocker in the opening so the fish couldn't escape. At this point, the fish would be easily harvested off the dry ground. On this expedition, I got to see remnants left by different cultures and people who called the 10,000 Islands home. It reminds me of a verse in the book of Romans that says, "Proof of God's existence can be clearly seen and understood in His creation." After all, I just can't believe all of this was created by accident.